Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. That's George Benson, the greatest love of all. I decided long ago to never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed. Come on. Welcome to the VIP, your vibe. No matter what they take from me, you can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest. Now, that's my brother's favorite song. Anyway, welcome you guys to VIP Your Vibe. Woo. Give me a minute. Have you ever watched somebody go through pain? And I'm not talking about physical pain. It all came back to me today about my brother. So we have three of us that have the same dad, and the last two don't. It all came back. I mean, I seen it like in real time. My brother used to work for the Pentagon. He did 20 years in the military. He used to live in Washington, D.C. with his wife, Paula. She caught a case 15 years, went to federal pen for selling drugs, cocaine and everything. And my brother, he lost his job due to him being on drugs. So he came back to California, and he's been in my mother's garage ever since. Used to be a person, a thriving person, a responsible person who had property, who had, built himself up without a degree. He's a computer engineer. He know how to put the lines in the ground to hook up the computers in the buildings, and he can build. I mean, he's just a natural at the computer. So I watched him year after year after year after year. I had left town. I've been out of town and moved out of town, came back. I have watched him just self destruct, right? Because of his pain. It's because of his pain. When we were about, let me see, I think he was about maybe 8 or 9. He might have been 10. He might have been 12. I don't know. Um, the person my mom married, my mom was the type of woman who I can talk about it now without being angry about it. But my brother didn't get over it. Make a long story short, his son, because he didn't consider us his children at all. So his son was playing with my brother and was holding him around his waist and pulling him from his waist. You pull back, so the dude ended up hitting his head. He was about shit. My stepbrother, how old was he? He wasn't no baby. Anyway, my mom was in the shower. Make a long story short, he comes out the bedroom screaming and hollering, and he chases my brother in the room. My brother runs under the bed. He lifts the bunk bed up, and he kicked him. He kicked him. I'm screaming and yelling and begging on the bathroom door, calling out, screaming and yelling, being my other brother, telling my mom. So she comes out. But make a long story short, she sent him and my other brother to California to live with my grandmother. So she sent him to California to live with my grandmother. And my grandmother was pretty mean and pretty strict. But at the same time, my uncle was out here. He was the millionaire. He was the California Curl. Ran the 92.5 radio station, so they was good on that end because my uncle gave them jobs. They was like what, ninth grade, 10th grade, uh, making $600 a week. You see what I'm saying? Working in the warehouse, packaging products. So they was good in that area. But she sent both of them to California after that. And I stayed there with him and his two children, right? So what I'm saying is people do drugs because my brother, I'm gonna say my brother does drugs to cover up. He can't get rid of that pain. He can't stop the pain. He can't stop the thoughts. He just, and me and him have not discussed it, but I look at him and I know what it is because he's my baby brother. I'm older than him. I know, right? And it just hurts me to see that the enemy is winning with him. Like I told y'all before, a lot of people gonna lose the war. A lot of people is losing. Chosen ones are losing. Okay, a lot of them is getting caught up and lost because due to pain that they don't want to feel. Drugs cover up his pain and makes him happy. He sits in the garage and he plays oldies all the time. I can hear his pain. I can hear pain. It's a difference about the feeling of it. I can hear somebody's pain. I hear his pain through the music, through him just sitting in the garage. I hear his pain. Okay. So yesterday he had to go to the hospital. To make a long story short, he had to go to the hospital. I came home and my brother told me I had to call the ambulance because he was throwing up. He was throwing up so much blood. And so he took his butt to the hospital. So there's a hospital here called Paradise Valley that used to be called Death Valley. He's from the VA, so he liked to go to the VA, right? So he likes to go to the VA, and they put a tube down his throat and everything. So basically, they saying he got a obstruction in his intestines. Now this dude then left the hospital. He didn't stay in the hospital. They had tubes down his nose, pumping out the rest of the bowel, because his stomach got real big. And they saying that he said he don't understand because he going to the bathroom, but when he go to the bathroom, it's like a balloon spit. Like he says, like a balloon spit. Like pfft. I said that sound like maybe I don't know, maybe your intestine got a hole in it. But he said he got sick after eating his pork because he loves pork. Now he got high blood pressure. He don't take care of himself. He eats pork all the time. So he said he got sick after eating that undercooked pork. So I said you may have a parasite. Hmm. So he just might have a parasite. But anyway, so he's home, and have you ever seen somebody or know somebody just gave up? He just gave up. He said, "Since 2-4," he said, I just feel like 2-4 gonna be my year." That's because you want it to be your year. Because he said he knew this has been going on with him, but because typically he go to the hospital. He's quick to go get things checked, ears clean, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Although he's on drugs, he's very clean. Um, you know, you won't be able to tell in the streets when he goes somewhere that he's a drug addict. Is what I'm saying. Okay. Um, but my mom said, "What is wrong?" I said, "Mom, he's just ready to go. You can just tell." Because like I said, he goes to the doctor. He takes his pills. You know what I'm saying? He goes to the doctor, but sometimes people get tired of themselves. People don't understand. People get tired of doing drugs. They do, although they do them, they tired of doing that shit. They're tired. It's like I got tired of fucking smoking, but I kept smoking. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I find myself getting a single here and there. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't get it. You know what I mean? And then I have to watch myself. And Spirit said, Father said to the enemy trying to get you, that's principality of bondage is coming. You go into the smoke shop every day getting a couple of cigarettes. Although they only two, but you still getting them. You see what I'm saying? Two, go three, four, five, six, seven. And then you back to blind full of plaques again, right? So I made that decision today. Fuck that. I'm going to fight it. I can. It bothers me. I can hear pain. I'm at work. I can hear pain. When somebody moves a funny way with me now or gets smart with me, I don't look at it like that. If I hear folks talking about shit they ain't got no business talking about or doing shit, I don't look at it like that. That's pain. That is pain. And he never got over it. He didn't talk to my mom for like 10 years when he was in Washington. He didn't talk to her for 10 fucking whole years. He did not talk to her. What happened with my mom is this. She met this dude. I couldn't stand him. Stepdad. That was my stepfather. I couldn't stand it. He was cheating on my mom and shit. I was watching how he was coming in the house. I was watching his whole moves. I've always kind of been mature for my age. Although I was 11 years old, I always was mature for my age. He used to tell my mom I was having sex and all this shit. He never touched me. And he never whooped me either. But my mom, when she got married to this joker, she gave him permission to whoop us. He told her that when he come home from work, if I gave her any problems, us three any problems while she holding his new baby, let him know, and then he'll whoop us, put us over a chair and whoop us. There was no reason for that. Why was you telling this man we was even fucking with you? You've been a single mom with 3 kids for the longest. We was older kids. We weren't no babies. Understand what I'm saying? So back in, I think my mom's genre and our era, and it goes on today, motherfuckers, you put men over your fucking kids. I know of somebody right now whose mother sat there and she cannot get over to this day, and she's on the streets and she's out of her fucking mind due to the pain that she went through as a child because her mother used to sell as a prostitute and have men come in there and the mama get the money, put it in her motherfucking titty. And then a man, next thing she know, like she said, a man come up in her motherfucking room. She said that shit was excruciating pain. It hurt. It wouldn't stop. And she said to this day, sometimes she can still feel that pulse in her vagina. She can still feel that pain. So she do drugs. She said it covers up the pain. She's able to deal with the fucking pain. Them people you see on the streets, them zombies, them people on drugs, those are chosen ones. People got it fucked up. Those are chosen ones. Half of the homeless is chosen ones. The demonic dark forces, sometimes they have to get a chosen one to be on drugs to fuck, so they can drag them. I got another girlfriend that came and visited me. I got another girlfriend that came and visited me a couple of days ago. Matter of fact, she been trying to get in touch with me. People got to try to get in touch with me nowadays. I don't fuck around no more. I don't. She said she had to come talk to me. She been in a fucked up ass marriage. Right. Make a long story short, I know both of them. But anyway, her best friend, she considered her best friend, which when she first introduced me to the chick, I already seen the vibe. But folks gotta get to know folks and go through their own shit. Make a long story short, she always tell me what they went through, what they going through and all this kind of stuff. So she told me one day they was drinking, they was smoking weed and they was drinking, and homegirl started feeling on her and talking about calling her baby and shit and all this kind of shit, and started talking to her about cocaine, knowing that her mom used to be a drug addict and her mom used to be a drug addict. So she admits to her best friend that she does lie sometimes, right? But she lived with a dude and got a baby. Check it. So she said, Frida, she kept talking to me about this motherfucking cocaine, and she kept talking to me about it for 30 minutes, like she was trying to convince me. I said, yeah. And she said, I got to thinking what you said, because I talked to her privately. I said, uh-huh. You see that seducing spirit? I said, see, that's a seducing spirit. See, that's a demonic spirit working themselves through her to convince you to get on drugs. Because if that can get you to do a line, bitch, you're going to get out of the line. You're going to be out of control. So I've never said anything or voiced my opinion about this particular person, but I told her straight up, that's your motherfucking enemy. I told her that's your enemy. She ain't no such thing, or she's tripping, or she acting funny, or she two-faced and all this shit. You motherfuckers want to give shit like words. That's your enemy. You stay the fuck away from her. She anybody offer you any drugs. How you think people get started on shit? Motherfucker, either through a partner, a friend, a family member and shit, and that's it. They're done. So that's your enemy. She said, you motherfucking right. I said, that's your fucking enemy, man. I said, know when the battle is on. Know when the demons is on your heels. Know when the dark forces is fucking with you. You need to recognize that. So that's a demon trying to get you hooked, talking that bait shit, huh? Hoping you wouldn't see the hook. Because first of all, she wanted you to do a line so she can sleep with you. That's why she wanted you to do the line. She crossed the line. And so the next day when she got heard about what she did, because this one is not bisexual, she's hetero, and the other one pretended like she don't remember or she was drunk or whatever, wherever the case may be. She just pretended like, because she was embarrassed. She said, kissing up her arm. She said, what are you doing? Yeah. It just shocked the shit out of her because they've been friends for the last 4 to 5 years. Best friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we got to go through so much. You got to deal with the pain and people, and I get it. I done been through the shit. And half the time, the things that people go through is the dark night of the soul. That's exactly what it is. And I'm beginning to think that if you can come out of that dark night of that soul, you're going to hit the gold. But you got to go through the dark night of the soul. It's just like Yahshua, whatever people want to call him, Jesus. Yes, I believe he was on mistake. Yes, he was. I seen it in my third eye. So, I mean, I can't counter out that. I seen it. Because when I was on my seeking mission, I kept hearing so many stories about, oh, that was fake. That's not true. That's a made up story. Da, 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 da. Father showed me in real time. In my third eye, purple, two women hugged. I didn't see their faces. They had wraps around their heads. You had the soldiers running and shit. The wind is blowing. I seen three of them, and I did. I seen some what is the turbans, angels, whatever that is, the small ones on the top. He had the print, the spiky crown, all that. I seen that shit. He shut that down. It's clarified, verified. Okay. Father had to take me through death in 2011. I literally died in 2011. I'm just not on my journey and beating a dead horse. I'm not fucking around. Okay? I get it. I get it. So I'm watching my brother. He's home now. Now he didn't came out and talked to me about 3 or 4 times already. You scared, but take your ass. So he wants to go to the VA. Okay, so what you waiting on, bro? What you waiting on? I've been looking at him for the past week. I have. I've been looking at him for the past week. I've been looking at him. I knew something was wrong with him. When you see somebody who is smart and skillful, and it's something from their past that some people do have traumatic experiences they just can't fucking cut through. It's like pulling out their hair, scratching their skin all over their body. It's just they can't. When those visions come, when that experience comes back, it keeps them it keeps them off track. It does. They can't pray. They can't, because once that drug get them hooked on that shit, and it covers up that pain, they just want to be happy. They just want to be happy. My brother does drugs and he'll play all the oldies in the world. I want to go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy, but I want to go outside. Yeah, he playing all that. Or Misty Blue. Um, and I could hear him through his pain. When his wife got out of jail, she called and tried to get in touch with him. My mom blocked it because they still married. She got out and she started her own restaurant and everything. She still wanted her husband back. He didn't know that. She stopped calling. You know, my mom did. She did. She did a poor piss job. She did. I can say that now without being angry about it, mad about it, upset about it. But moms did a poor pitch job, like most moms do. They make decisions, and they decisions make incisions that can't be stitched up. Emotional pain and emotional hurt is different than physical shit. Okay. It took me a long time, all the way up to my 40s, for me to get over some shit. I had to face it, embrace it, go through it. And I had to fight for myself. I had to. It's already we gonna exit out of here and die, but you know, to watch him go through that, and I can't help him with that because he has a that principality of bondage on him. He has that drug on him. All I can do is just look at him and be like, bro, I say my food. Come on now. My brother has never had any children. Um, been married, no children. It just pisses me off to watch the dark forces win. These motherfuckers is winning in the game. But Father said it only takes one to reign. We got to go through the pain because Joshua, Jesus went through the pain, didn't he? You see the shit he went through? Shit. Going through pain is for you to break your faith. That's all it is. It wants to break you. It just want to separate you and break your faith. You know the scripture says your faith is going to be tested. Father going to tell you, Job was tested. It's going to be tested. I know somebody right now, I'm not going to say her name, my best friend's niece. Make a long story short, her mother, Jackie, damn, I said Jackie. Her mother had, I love her, I love Jay to this day, sorry. Um, Although I was a kid, I was a teenager, and anyway, make a long story short, Jackie turned around and had about maybe 8 or 9 kids. I know she had at least 8, and she gave this one up. She gave this one to the my best friend's mom because she had the baby by her brother. They was dating, but she didn't want the baby. So now let's cut through all that. Grandma died, then the sister took over raising her. Now she has kids of her own. So the pattern continues. She didn't gave up. Now she all her kids got different daddies. Make a long story short, she got a baby. He's 3. He may be going on 4, but he should be 3 right now. He's 3. Actually, he's 3. She was dealing with his dad, living together, kicking it, whatever. Broke up with him, turned around, and married somebody else, married another dude. And she gave that baby up to the daddy's grandmother. The dad is in another state. She's in California, and the 3-year-old lives with his mama. That's where she put him. So do you see how mothers, it causes these emotional incisions? You snatched him away from his brothers, his sisters, all he knew, and you all on Facebook and not talking about her, but she's on Facebook with her honey, date night, this night, they done bought a house, they done did all this shit. And she got 2 out here that's living with somebody else. But what I'm saying about her is, you see how the pattern continues. Her mother gave her up, and so she doesn't, the cycle, she's continuing the cycle. Now this baby boy gonna fuck around here and grow up. He may be a serial killer. He may be fucking. See, you got all these people sitting here killing these girls when they want to break up with them. See what I'm saying? That's prepping that ground for that type of shit. When he get older, he get into a relationship and turns around that the wife want to leave him, and it triggers this abandonment issue that his mom did to him. He may inflict some pain on somebody. See that this is what happens. Mothers, we do this shit to our children because we have to have a man. Because we have to have a man. You understand? And me and my best friend, we talk about it. I hurt for that little boy because he want to come home. He tells her he wants to come home. Did she visit him for Christmas? No. Thanksgiving? No. Halloween? No. She going on date nights. We on the videos. He looked like a sweet tooth to me. Yeah, it looks like he gets a sweet tooth. That's what I call it. That's just my name for it. Yeah, I can tell. Any man that don't have a problem with you getting rid of your babies or getting rid of your kids, what you think he there for? Does he work? He do something. That's all I'm gonna say. You see how the enemies now see how she's being set up? Now the pieces is being set up for her. See, this is how I know that child's a chosen one. Her kids are chosen ones. Because the enemy brings somebody in and they do it through relationships to get in, to fit in, and to separate from within. Okay? So I just had to get on there to say that today. You guys, don't judge people you see that fentanyl drug shit. That's man, they infiltrating the camps. People got real shit to fight through and bite through. People got real shit going on. I feel sorry for my own girl that's on the streets right now. And I can feel what she's saying about you got a grown ass man raping you and your mom letting you do it. Out of some money. You gotta ask ourselves, what gets into these people? What gets into these moms? We got too many men killing women. What was their childhood like? What was your mama like? What happened to you? So my brother right now is still sitting in the garage and his ass not getting up, talking about somebody gonna take it. Now I got a car. The fuck you doing? He wants to go to the VA. So in a minute I'm gonna get off this video and now I'm gonna have to turn up on him so he can get up out of here. He's tired. My brother's tired. He's ready to go. People get tired of the fight. People get sick of themselves. You got so many people here in California living in their car and they proud of it. They tell you that's their motherfucking choice. They're not about to pay this rent. And it's a lot of Caucasians people, white folks doing this shit. They don't give a fuck. And they SUVs, baby. They get their Sprinter vans and they motherfuckers $100,000. They RVs, they vans, and they are not playing. They refuse to pay this high ass rent. They refuse to work themselves to death to pay rent. Not doing it. They're not gonna do it. They come in that motherfucking library and shit. They kick back. They got their shit. We got a young lady real quick. I'm gonna get off here. They got a young lady. She beautiful girl. Look like Wonder Woman. I ain't lying. She ain't no more than her 20s. Baby, her husband, not her man. She met this dude. He was homeless, living in his some kind of car, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, he used to play the guitar on the beach. She kept coming back, kept coming back, kept coming back. Make a long story short, the man wasn't trying to talk to her because she's a young girl. And so, make a long story short, they're married. She has an SUV. He got him a van. They got their bed set up, honey. She goes to work. She does her yoga on the grass. I mean, listen, people are finding peace in pieces. That's the key. You got to find peace in pieces. You got to master those pieces and put peace, one piece by piece, man, and bring some peace to the shit. How you do that? You have to embrace it. You can't run away from it. You don't drink it away. You can't snort it away, drink it away, sex it away, shop it away. You have to get in the way of the pain. Because the more, I'm telling you, it's a fact, the more you embrace it and not chase it, the more you embrace it, the more you let it in when it sets in, the more you embrace that shit. I'm telling you, it goes, that's how you put light on it. You gotta feel it, man. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it. So Father's been showing me some things in real timing, real timing. Before I get off here, y'all hear about the lady in Pennsylvania? Um, it's on my community board. I didn't know there was laws against tarot. There are a lot of states: Wisconsin, Oklahoma, California, um, York, Pennsylvania. There's laws that fortune telling and using objects or coins is illegal. Look it up. It's on my community board. Look it up. Y'all can look it up on Google. It's in the New York Times. So this one lady was featured in a business article, and the chief of police came to visit her and to warn her about tarot readings. And she's on TikTok as well. She got over 200,000 subscribers. Um, so I looked at her article. I looked at her as well. Now she is so a lot of practitioners statewide, intuitive readers. This is in the article. Psychic readers, tarot readers are now scared because of the simple fact it's going to affect their business because they're now putting things in effect. They're trying to enforce that law, right? So that's why they say this is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm not giving you medical advice or they supposed to have a you're supposed to have a spill before you do tarot so you can cover yourself. That's what they're saying. Um, so that was an interesting story. So my thing with her is she feels it's silly. Freedom of speech, people should be able to do, and she basically contradicted herself. She was like, "I don't tell people, I don't know the future. I don't know the answer." She said it's just a guidance or whatever, but it's a contradiction. But anyway, she's not looking at it from the right perspective. The police means what? Now you do cards. Now if you do cards, when the police comes in, what the fuck is there's and they said I'm warning you. Instead of us looking at it from a physical perspective that is silly and it's illegal, how about let's look at, because God always have his hands on all his children. I don't give a damn what side you on. He pulls you just like the dark pull you. The light gonna pull you to their side and the dark gonna pull you to their side. So you gotta choose sides, right? You gotta know. So since we into all this stuff, because she said she had on her black protective vest and her raven and her protective jewelry, what are you doing? So when the police steps in, baby, something else is about to come in. Pay attention. She's being warned about something, but she's looking at it from a physical perspective instead of from the unseen spiritual perspective. And that's how you got to do sometimes your perspectives. You got to get it from the physical, then you got to look at it from the what are you trying to tell me? She's being protected. Somebody's they're trying to tell her something. The chief of police walked up in that mud, warning you about fortune telling. So if I was her, I would do some hardcore research about what fortune telling, right? Because it's in Leviticus and Deuteronomy about fortune telling. I will do some cold work about it. It's time for you to investigate, baby. Because sometimes, let me tell you something, we got a lot of tarot readers, psychics into it, whatever. Sometimes when your time is up, you need to know when your time is up. You need to know when it's up, it's up, it's up. When it's up, it's up. That's what you need to know. When your time is up, your time is up. You got a lot of YouTube tarot readers then put the cards down because they knew their time was up. Shit started fucking with them. Shit started happening. But if they kept looking at it from a physical perspective, oh, somebody's fucking with my energy, or somebody's putting some spell work on me, and they projecting it, and I got my evil eye. No, motherfucker, no. You being warned. Stop. You didn't tapped on something, and trapped on something, and capped on something that you didn't need to do something. That's what it means. So if I was her, I would take a different look from the unseen side, the spiritual side. Go on a meditation, baby, and with no hesitation, because you about to show enough get a reservation. I'm just saying. For real, for real. Yeah. Everybody in the frenzy about some legislators and all that bullshit. You guys better see what the fuck is going on. What is being told to you? What is really going on? Maybe your time is just up. If you got customers already, hey, sell a product. Okay, flip it, do something the fuck else, right? So anyway, I feel better. um I just have to balance some shit. Simba's gone back with his original owners. That's something else that happened this week. Simba's gone. um he's back with my daughter where he should be, where he wants to be anyway. But the bottom line is the owner, of the property came in, and he was like, he had to go. I don't know what happened, but the people next door got to get rid of their two little ones as well. Yeah. So when you dig one hole, you dig another. Make a long story short, he was saying he didn't want to come fix shit because of the dog, and now look, now they gotta get rid of their dogs, and they got some little ugly ass chihuahuas. I ain't talking about them hairless chihuahuas. These are some fat, fluffy, odd shape. They get on. They just make my skin crawl. I don't like them two dogs. I don't know something with them. But anyway, she got to get rid of her dogs too. So um, that's why folks need to mind their business. I'm telling you, you be messing with folks, shit will happen. You get what I'm saying? Simba is where he needs to be. um, I'm moving, so I may end up getting Simba back because I don't trust my daughter. She's fickle. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that, and all that old bullshit. So, but anyway, you guys, yeah, I'm telling you, things is falling down. It's coming down. Um, there's a war. There's a war on folks that are waking up. That's the chosen ones, and there's a war. Now it's a war on folks with fortune telling. It's a war started. It's a whole war. It's not one sided no more because the shit is out of balance. This is why it's happening because you got too many people that are leading people down to the wrong road. Which listen, everybody got their free will to do these things to go listen to these things, but at the same time, nah, man, Father ain't with it. And then you got a bunch of terrorists also mixing up oil and water, Holy Spirits. They quote now scriptures, and that's so funny to me. I would love to ask one of them, how are you quoting out scripture when there's 2 or 3 scriptures in there talk about divination and fortune telling and tarot? I don't get it. That shit is crazy to me. Y'all know better than the churches. Shit, you ain't better than the pastor that's over there touching the boys and stealing the fucking money and screwing everybody in the goddamn congregation. You know better than them. I don't get it. Father tell you not to do that shit too. They tell them pastors not to do that. And they do it anyway and stand on there and preach the word and throw scriptures at your ass. The terrorists do the same. A lot of them doing the same thing. They throwing scriptures at your ass, quoting scriptures, using scriptures and shit, and knowing damn well and got folks thinking that the tarot is a part of. A lot of people think tarot is a part of church. You know what? Keeping you locked in, pimped in, tempted in, trapped in, and wrapped in. That's all it is. I'm gonna mind my business. I see it, and it's just like sad that people are so hurt in this world and have no faith and don't believe in nothing, that they need something to believe in. They need to hear something. They got to have validation in their ears every day, confirmation in their ears every day. They got to talk about the situation every day. They got to talk about how this man's not doing. They got to talk about it, talk about it. They want to talk about their trauma and the drama. They want to hear it. They want to hear it. It's like a wild goose chase. And in the meantime, in between time, it's keeping you so distracted that, and you don't realize there's a certain window for us to, it's a certain time for us to wake up, it's a certain time for us to shake the shit up, and it's a certain time for us to go to the light. It's a certain window. You just can't wake up when the fuck you want to. When it's your time to step up to wake up, man, y'all better pay attention. Just like that young lady with the chief police visiting her, the one on TikTok, I think it's called the Key Serpent. Pay attention, baby girl. Pay attention. You in your ego right now. She's in her ego. Pay attention. Chief of police. I mean, it's almost like when Solomon got a message. Remember? Solomon got a message. Remember, he married somebody he didn't supposed to, fucking with the goddesses and the statues and shit. And then they tried to mix the two like Jezebel. People talk about Jezebel all the time, about how Jezebel and sex and all that shit. No, Jezebel was mixing. She was mixing. She was going to church. Jezebel went to the damn church. Her husband was a pastor. What are you talking about? Yeah. Jezebel went to church. She was trying to convert and mix her shit up, just like the terrorists was doing. It's all them Jezebels. Ring the bell. Come on now. And they don't even know it. They don't know it because they really believe what they're doing. All they thinking about is views and money. All they thinking about is getting a check. And they leaving shit unchecked. That's what I'm gonna say about a lot of terrorists. They ain't thinking about the consequences and the risk and shit and the aspects of it. They ain't diving deeper in that shit. All they know, they getting a check. Fuck that. I'm gonna get this check. All I gotta do is sit on my ass and do a video, and I can eat bonbons, go get a massage, and go get my nails done and shit, and let my video run. And you mean tell me that YouTube gonna send me a motherfucking $4,000 motherfucking dollar check? I'm gonna get a fucking $5,000 check. What's up? I'm gonna get a check. They ain't they ain't thinking about nothing else. They leaving shit unchecked. They didn't ran. They don't. They're not thinking about that. When they snatching shit off people's channel, I don't give a fuck about that, bitch. I need the view. Fuck what you going through. That's their attitude. Shit. And a lot of people that was getting copied off of and snatched off of, that was the bait for you to go into motherfucking competing mode. You see what I'm saying? And get deep with the mode and go through the rabbit hole. That was your lesson. You see what I did? I sat back. Y'all can have that shit. You can have that bitch. You can have all that shit. I don't give a shit. I'm not fucking with it because I know what's going on. I see what's going on. You trying to move me? See, they do, like I said, watch the moves that's trying to move you. Shit. You go somewhere. I say it all the time when I'm meditating. Anybody, any tarot reader, anybody in my energy, outside the family, inside the family, anybody peeping in, creeping in, trying to tip in, we gonna go in. I don't need to know who it is. Right? Nothing personal, it's business, right? So anyway, you guys, I'm just telling you. If you feel like a certain terrorist in your energy, stop watching it. You in their energy, because you watching them. How the fuck they gonna be in your energy? They don't know you. Shit. This means you paying attention, you giving them some type of energy. You doing something. Folks always want to point the finger. Oh, she does some weird shit in my energy. Oh, she does, do she? That's my homegirl told me. No, I told my homegirl last night, your motherfucking ass is watching that channel. You even tell me. Yeah. Because she doing some stuff. She doing some weird stuff. I gotta see what she doing. No. What you fail to understand is you giving her your shit. She picking up on your shit. So since she picking up on your shit, she gonna give you the shit. Because you watching her with ill intentions. You're not watching her with good intentions. It's obvious. You watching the motherfucker with ill intentions. So guess what? It happens. For real. For real. It happens. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah. So y'all go look at that article, look that shit up. Yeah. It's woman down. I just did a short saying killing witches in Massachusetts. Motherfuckers is gonna start being like the scripture said. Y'all better look it up. Motherfuckers gonna start being crucified. I'm telling you, separated. I'm a separate father. Say anybody do that shit, gonna separate your ass and act like he don't know you. It's the prophecy is here. That's why I stopped. I could have been spruced up my channel, gave it some bells and whistles, went to fever, whoopty whoopty whoop, boom boom boom. I got a lot of shit I could have did. I enjoy slapping cars. I did. It's fun. But guess what? Father said you done. Hell no. I ain't fucking with it. You understand what I'm saying? All that they can copy all they want to, snatch all they want to, hatch all they want to. You see what I'm saying? Count your chickens before they hatch. Baby, they gonna get snatched. You got me bet. Sayonara. I'm going this way. I feel sorry for them terrorists that's quoting out scriptures and shit. And you ain't talking about Leviticus and Deuteronomy and shit. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Spirit got them blind. They do. They blind. They're not doing it on purpose. They just believe what the fuck they believe in. But when it's up, it's up. It's going up. So now the Heavenly Father, he's in making. Now look, he didn't put the light down where he gonna make them enforce the rules on illegal. Tarot is illegal. It's been there. It's been there the whole time. So what's happening if somebody makes a complaint on you that you took their motherfucking money? This is what's going on. If somebody go to the police and complain that you took their money and you didn't give them a reading, or you said something that's supposed to come true and didn't, you gonna get fucked up. It's a misdemeanor. It's a misdemeanor. It's a whole misdemeanor. Y'all better watch yourselves out there. It's a whole misdemeanor. Then you two may get a hold of that shit and be like, well, it's illegal anyway. What the fuck we paying them for? I think you two gonna start putting some criteria on the shit. Some shit you can't say and what you can't say. It's gonna go down. It's coming. So I suggest a lot of y'all just getting a check on YouTube. I suggest maybe you need to build some clientele some elsewhere, because right now you making YouTube your head and you just the tail, because shit is changing. It's exchanging, it's arranging because it's out of balance. When shit get out of balance, Father got to make it a challenge. And it's just that simple. It's going down. Y'all been reigning and winning too long. The horn has been blown. All right, I gotta go, you guys. But anyway, that's it with that. But yeah, you people, it's the pain, man. That's the number one killer. That's the number one strategy. That's the number one thing they use is pain. Sometimes you gotta sit with yourself and not shit with yourself and face it. When it comes up, you gotta embrace it. Okay. All right, VIP, your ViBe. This is your VIP message for 2-4. Let's go ahead and let's go through the door. Y'all have a good one.